Guys, it's Lala. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm showing a very quick video. I'm going to be making West Virginia pepperoni rolls. So a lot of different recipes for pepperoni rolls, but the ones I'm making are specific to West Virginia. It is basically the bread, the dough that you use, and pepperoni. There's no cheese, no anything like that. Now, of course, you can look up other recipes. You can add whatever you want to it, but this is how I grew up eating them. So my grandmother was from West Virginia, or at least grew up in West Virginia, and she was like a true coal miner's daughter. And these are something that she ate when she was a kid, and she made my entire childhood before she passed away. And this is just something that, and she always made them around like Christmas and New Year. So right now, as I'm filming this, it is New Year's Eve. So I'm gonna make some and just kind of show you guys how I'm doing it. Something to remember is I'm going to link a recipe in the description box below to show you how to, if you wanna like make kind of like a legit ones where you're making your own dough and all of that. However, I'm gonna tell you, I did not make my own dough. I bought dough pre-made. However, they're also supposed to be made with yeast roll type dough. I'm using pizza dough, okay? So that's not exactly the way you're supposed to do it, but that's the way I'm doing it to make it easier on myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what you need. It's very easy. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 400 degrees. So that's where you need to start. Some of the things that you're gonna need: pepperoni. I got a log of pepperoni. You're also gonna need some dough, right? So this is the dough I bought. It says Pizza Buddy pizza dough. I just got it out of the fridge. It's pretty soft. I'm gonna let it sit out for about 30 minutes and kind of get room temperature. You can see it's really soft. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with. And then you're also, now if you're doing it the other way, check the description box for the recipe. And then to brush them when they're done, I'm gonna be using a garlic butter. This is the Land O'Lakes garlic and herb. I'm just going to melt a little bit of this down and then brush the rolls with it. So it's super simple. That's what you need. Unless you're making your dough, you're gonna need other stuff, you know, dough stuff. So my oven is preheating to 400. This is gonna sit out, and then I'll come back and show you. I'm basically gonna roll this out, cut it, and then cut my pepperoni. I cut my pepperoni into chunks, but you'll see all of that here in just a few minutes. Well, in like a second for you guys.
So the first thing you're gonna do is flour your surface because you don't want your dough to stick. So that's pretty important. Get a good amount of flour on the space that you're rolling the dough out. Then you're gonna go ahead and kind of just play with the dough. Try to get a little bit of flour on it and on your hands so it's not sticking. It'll make your experience much easier, especially if you've never done anything with dough. You will learn quickly that it will get sticky. I'm also going to put a little bit of flour on my rolling pin. It just helps with the rolling out process, and you're just going to roll it out until you get it the size that you want. Then I'm going to open up my pepperoni log and I'm going to cut it. Tip, if you did not know this, there's like a skin on pepperoni that you should peel off prior to cutting. It's going to make cutting much easier. Pepperoni is already a very hard meat, so it's going to really help if you go ahead and cut that skin. I did not cut the skin yet, and I was struggling. Here is where I'm like, oh, let me take this skin off. So I take all the chunks and I peel the skin off of them. And then I'm going to cut these like kind of chunky strips into shorter chunks. And that I feel like is a good size to go inside your pepperoni rolls. Here, I'm just going to take a pizza cutter and cut pieces of dough and kind of flatten them out and then stick my pepperoni in it. You'll see in this one, I put 2 chunks in here, and then I'm just going to kind of roll it and put the ends together, and I'm just kind of forming the dough around the pepperoni where it doesn't look too thin in any spots and where I think there has a good amount of coverage. And then I will set that on the tray. And the recipe I saw said a non-greased pan, so I just stuck it right on there. And here I'm going to do another one, and you'll see that after I kind of pinch the dough together, I'm going to roll it in my hands. That worked really well, so I liked that method. Okay, I'm going to wipe off my messy floured countertop. And I'm going to take, you can see I made about, I think there was probably about 20 of them. And I'm just kind of rearranging. I'm taking some of this garlic and herb butter from Land O'Lakes, and I'm just going to melt it in the microwave really quickly. I only did maybe about a tablespoon and a half. Then I'm going to just take that and pour it over my rolls. Just kind of spread it all over them. Very simple, very easy. And you can use egg wash. I didn't have any eggs. This is what I went with. Totally up to you. It's your recipe. You can change it or make it however you'd like. Just like the original recipe calls for yeast bread. And that's what they look like when they came out of the oven. This one kind of busted open. And then I was a little concerned because it stuck. I was like, oh no. But once I got a spatula, everything was fine. They came right up. This is what they look like when I flip them over. They're like golden brown on the bottom, which is perfect. Everything looked really, really good. And I was super glad that they did not stick to the pan. It said an ungreased cookie sheet, and so it looked like they were correct. Ungreased was fine. I'm just going to take these two baby ones, one for me and one for Greg, so we can try them. Since, again, this is my first time I've ever actually made these. I just grew up eating them. Greg immediately takes one because he likes them and starts chewing, but it's so hot, and you can tell by Greg has that, ooh, that food is hot chew, because he keeps opening his mouth. And here's what it looks like inside. Just a piece of pepperoni inside of the dough. These are really, really good. I highly recommend that you make them. They're very easy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below and let me know if you've ever had them or if you plan on making them, and I'll see you in the next video.